Right. So how do you rate yourself in a SQL Server DBA domain out of 10?
I'll give around 8.
8. Good. Okay. Right. I will start with backups and restore or recovery.
Okay.
Okay. What is the biggest database size did you see in
We have a 1 terabyte database.
Pardon me?
1 terabyte. 1 terabyte.
1 terabyte. Nice.
Yeah.
So what is the backup strategy for that?
It was a weekly full backup and a daily differential backup, log backup for every hour.
Okay. Good. So any drawbacks with this backup strategy? That means weekly full and daily differential and hourly log.
Drawbacks like so again as per the strategy, so you should keep at least 2 week full backups and 2 weeks differential backups. Okay, so the log backups also you have to keep for a week. So only disk management is the only problem. Other than that, everything is fine.
Okay. In what way this is a problem for disk maintenance, disk space maintenance? More specifically.
Sorry, what way?
In what way this backup strategy provides a drawback? For
So
disk space
you
management?
should at least keep one full backup in the disk. Okay. So a week full backup. So last week Sunday full backup you have to keep it in disk. Okay. So so if you are keeping differential daily, so you have to keep 6 differential. Okay, in the disk only. And at log also you have to keep for 6 days. Why? Because so if something happens to any of your differential, okay, so you have to recover based on your previous differential backup. So you require to have a log for every day. So you have to keep for every almost 7 days log backup and 6 days differential backup. So that's consuming, right, again.
Okay. So what is your recommendations for this? What is the optimal solution?
Optimal and normal process. Okay. So if you don't consider about disk, this is the good process. Why? Because you cannot take it's a good practice to take a full backup daily. Okay. But taking 1 terabyte okay, so backup will use a lot of resources. Okay. So if it is failed, definitely it will hamper your performance in the daytime, or okay, you don't maybe have a current backup. So all these issues we can avoid by taking a weekly full backup.
Right. That's what I'm telling. So what is your recommendation?
So I feel the current settings what we are doing is good.
Yeah.
So
at
that
the
is
same time,
weekly full backup and daily differential could be very much fine.
But if you look the scenario, it will take much disk space to hold 6 days of differential backups, right?
Yeah, differential backup will not be huge size, right? Okay, so maybe a day differential backup will be 1 GB or 2 GB. Okay, so weekly just 10 GB will occupy. Okay. So maybe a log max for 6 days, it will not go beyond 4 GB or 5 GB. Okay, so that is very reasonably considered when you're working with huge database. Okay, so when you go with another direction like taking a full backup daily, okay, so log backup is same in that case also. So you require at least 1 day full or 1 day log. So okay. So taking a full backup in such a way, it will take huge resources. If something happened, failed, okay, we cannot rerun on the same day. Why? Because it will take huge time. So it will come in the production hours again. So which will again have a performance. So you have to consider all these things. Okay. So going for a weekly maintenance is a very good idea.
Okay. Right. No problem. So right, comes to next question. How does the database recovery model impact database backups?
Yeah, recovery model is a main crucial thing which will decide on backups. Okay. So simple recovery model when checkpoint occurs, log will truncated automatically. So no log backup we cannot take in the simple recovery model. Okay. So it is directly affecting the log backup. Okay. So again, another things like okay, okay. So in full in bulk log mode will not affect anything, but simple it will affect directly.
So come to difference. What is the difference between full and bulk logged?
Okay, in bulk log mode, all bulk transactions are minimally logged. Okay, so it will not write the entire transaction in the log file. So it will write only the initial transaction and the last transaction. So which will reduce the writing time. Okay, about the log file. So which will improve the performance again. In the full recovery model, it will write everything. Okay. So the transaction may take more time when compared with bulk logged. And the difference is in bulk log mode we cannot recover the database to the specific point in time, but in full recovery model we can recover the database to the point in time.
Okay, that means you mean to say it is not possible to recover the database to point in time.
So there are two cases again. Yeah, that is a normal case. Like full bulk log recovery model is also same as full recovery model when you don't run any bulk transaction. Okay. Okay, so it will do the same things same as full recovery model if you don't run any bulk transaction. Okay. If there is a bulk transaction, then in that case, if something happened in that time, okay, you cannot recover the point in time recovery. You can recover to the previous log backup, or you can recover to the next log backup, but point in time is not possible.
Okay. So that means in bulk log recovery, is it possible to take the log backup or not?
It is absolutely possible to take the log backup.
Okay. So if I am taking the log backup, then I can restore the database into point in time recovery. Is it right or not?
Okay. So that is the normal case. Definitely it is possible. Okay. But okay, so let me give you a small example. Suppose I have taken my log backup around 9 o'clock. Okay. Around 9:20, I perform in a bulk insert operation. Okay. So which was run by the customer. 9:30, I have another log backup. Okay, as per the schedule. Okay. Then my customer came to me and asked me to restore the database around 9:15. Okay. So he asked me to restore before the huge transaction is updated. Okay. Then definitely it's not possible. You can recover up to 9 o'clock, or okay, you can recover up to 9:30, but in middle it's not possible. So that is a difference between a normal recovery model and a bulk log recovery model.
Okay, right, good. Okay. So do you have any work experience on migrations?
Yeah, we do database migrations and server migration also.
Okay. So how do you migrate general steps to migrate one server to another server, SQL server, from A to B like that?
First running the upgrade advisor, first step. Okay, so take the details and be prepared for any issues, pre-upgrade issues. And okay, so you install the SQL server and to the latest version or the same version. Okay, so patch up to the latest version. So then migrate all the logins and migrate all the jobs, all the linked servers, so all the server level settings. Okay. After that, take the backups of the production databases and restore with no recovery. Okay, continue. Okay, so continue perform the continuous log backups and do the recovery also.
Okay.
Okay, or you can use log shipping option to just migrate the data also. Okay, that is one more approach you can use other than backup restore. Okay, so at one point of time, stop the application, take the tail log backups, and finally restore at the secondary side. After that, migrate the redirect the application to the new server.
Okay. Good. How do you migrate maintenance plans from old server to new server?
If you restore MSDB, so all the jobs will be moved, okay, from your existing to a new server. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay, that means if you restore MSDB database from old server to new server, automatically it will migrate everything, including
every jobs,
plan.
okay, every jobs and all.
Okay. Okay. I guess there is a small problem regarding maintenance plans.
That is COM error, you mean?
There is a problem because the maintenance plans ID and job ID will be unique for each server.
Yes.
So it is not possible to migrate maintenance plans.
Okay, so only jobs are possible, but when you upgrade lower version to higher version, okay, automatically it is possible.
Right.
Okay.
It is a migration, it is not possible.
Okay, migration is not possible.
Right. Okay. I have a case wherein I want to move system databases also from old server to new server.
Okay.
So how do you do this?
Old server to new server. Is it same version or different version?
Whatever it may be. Okay, let us consider higher version. I want to move system databases.
System databases, you mean upgrade or moving? I didn't understand.
Moving. I want to move.
Okay, so same version is possible, but by higher version is not possible. Okay.
Right.
So you just you mean it's a migration, right?
Right.
Okay. So if you install the SQL Server in the same path, okay, in a new server, you install the SQL Server in the same path what it is having in the current path, okay. So then stop the SQL Server, okay. So replace the new system databases with the old databases. So then start the SQL Server. Automatically, the new system databases will be recognized. So that is one approach, okay. And so you just take the databases and take the database files, restore it on, keep it in the new server, okay, and try to attach them, okay. So that is one more approach. Or if you have the backup, you can just simply restore the system databases.
I guess this works with user databases, but not with system databases.
System databases, you can take the. You can restore.
You can't attach directly. Yeah. For example, if you take master database.
Master database you cannot attach. Master database attach is not possible. Okay.
Right.
User database replace is possible, right? Replace.
Right. Yeah. I'm telling that's what the same thing. You can't do this process for system databases.
Replace is possible, right? Replace in the sense, suppose I have.
You want to restore with replace.
Yeah.
You want to run restore command with replace.
Yes.
So where you will run this command?
Okay, I'll take the MSDB backup in the existing server. Okay. So I'll take the backup to the new server. There I'll run the command. So that is our requirement, right? You are migrating your database, so taking a backup and restore there also.
Hello.
You get all the settings.
Hello, your voice is breaking.
Okay, so you want the same database, so if you take the backup and you restore it on the new server, so definitely you will get all the settings.
No, my concern is is it possible to restore system databases directly through query analyzer?
Master is not possible. Model and MSDB is possible.
Okay. So for master, what is your approach?
Master, we have to keep the SQL server in single user mode. You have to add -m parameter in startup parameters. Okay. So then you have to go to command prompt, and then you have to connect the SQL server by using SQL CMD. From there, you have to run the command. So like restore database master from path with replace. Go.
Okay. Good. So which system database you restore first? Master, model, MSDB?
Master, model,
MSDB.
MSDB and model is simple. Okay, just direct restore. So no need to take any settings. Okay, directly you can restore. But master, you have to little bit careful.
Okay, right. So about high availability, which technology you are comfortable?
I worked on transaction replication, log shipping, mirroring, and clustering. I worked on all.
Oh, very good. Okay. So regarding transaction replication, how do you add a new article for a huge publication, huge sized publication?
Yeah. You just use command _add article, or you just go to publisher properties and then select the table which you want to add. But the problem here is if you add a new article, you should run your snapshot to transfer the schema and all. But if you run the snapshot, entire database will be migrated again, so which is not a good idea. For that, if you want to only transfer a newly added article, then okay, you should do some settings like you disable allow anonymous and immediate _ sync options. Okay, then you run the SQL add article with the article name and details. Then if you run SQL add publication with the option is equal to reserved equal to internal, and after that you run the snapshot. The only newly added article only will run the snapshot. Okay, so it will not take the previous snapshot. So you will get only one article will be generated.
Okay, I have one publication which is having almost 1,000 articles, and the database size is...
Srinivas, your voice is breaking, Srinivas.
Hello?
Yeah, your voice is breaking. Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. I have a database which is participating in replication, transaction replication, and it is having more than 1,000 articles.
Okay.
The replication is running fine, but I want to reduce the latency. Okay. Latency between the transactions. So, what are the various tweaking techniques?
You can just run your distribution agent to run continuously to redirect the transactions immediately.
Oh, that means this is the default behavior, right?
No, there is default distribution is not the default one. Okay, you can run it in a scheduled way, or you can run continuously. Yes. So it's again our wish. Okay, but if you run it defaultly, the transactions will be immediately transferring from publisher to distributor.
Right. Any other approaches?
Only the agents will decide how to run the transactions, when to transfer. Okay, so even whatever the options you set, suppose your distribution is running for every 15 minutes, so you cannot get the direct transactions to the subscriber, right?
Right. For example, As your recommendation, the agents are running continuously, distribution agent,
Okay.
log reader agent, everything are same, running continuously. Actually, my idea, I'm expecting like some adjustments that can be made against databases or agents, something like that, so that replication latency will be reduced and transactions will be moved fastly from publisher to distributor, distributor to subscriber, something like that.
I read it, I heard out, but I'm not sure exactly. So if you have anything,
Okay.
just you can update me. That will be very much fine. I'll check it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Where we can adjust anything in replication and publication properties.
Yeah, there are many things that can be changed. The settings can be changed so that the application can be work faster.
Okay.
Right. What type of locking occurs during the snapshot generation?
Sorry.
What type of locking occurs during the snapshot generation?
Errors. Maybe the snapshot folder doesn't have permission, or the snapshot.
No. What type of locking occurs during the snapshot generation?
It's exclusive lock.
Mm-hmm. For example, we have three types of this one replication: transactional, snapshot, and merge replication. In each type of replication, the locking behavior differs.
So transactional snapshot, you mean merge replication. So when transferring the data, or in which condition?
At the time of snapshot generation.
So it will use exclusive lock itself. Why? Because
Okay, that means in each type of replication, that means in all types of replication, exclusive lock will be placed on the database or database objects.
Yes. Why? Because
Okay.
it has to take the data and strips. So if something is accessing, definitely the snapshot cannot manage the things. So it requires an exclusive lock.
Okay. Right. I have one more question. What options are there to delete rows on the publisher and not on the subscriber?
Publisher side.
Right. I want to delete rows on the publisher and not on the subscriber.
So only deleting on publisher, but now it should not reflect on the subscriber. Okay.
Right.
So you can exclude the delete operation from replication. Okay. So which will avoid the things.
Mm-hmm. How?
In publication properties, okay. In agent settings, where you can or ignore the in distribution agent profile, you can set it. That is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it possible to run multiple publications for different types of publications from the same distribution database?
Yeah, you can run for multiple, no problem. You can choose a different one, no problem. Because if you have the password for the distributor, okay, what you have used, you can run it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If data is not delivered to subscribers, what can be the possible reasons?
You can check the replication monitor. You can use the last 50 transactions or 100 transactions. So the thing, or you can insert a tracer token and see the data difference between, okay, so why it is not delivered, how much time the difference is there, okay, and how much time it will take to deliver.
Okay. Okay. All right. So come to mirroring. What types of mirroring status are there? Mirroring status.
states, right? Okay, in recovery, synchronizing, okay, disconnected, uh, uh, discontinued. So these
Mm-hmm.
four are states are there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. My question is, what is the status of mirroring if secondary is down? Secondary server or mirror server is down.
Disconnected.
Okay. If principal is down,
In recovery.
in recovery.
Yeah.
Are you sure? If principal is down, then the status of mirroring.
It is not in synchronized mode. Okay. Discontinued and in recovery.
That means there will be two statuses, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. If mirroring is passed, both are, that means principal and mirror are okay, but mirroring is passed.
Okay, just passed. It will be in the passed status.
Passed state.
No.
That means there is another status called passed.
No.
Right?
If mirroring is in passed state, okay. So it is in the same synchronization position. Why? Because there is no data to be transferred.
Mm-hmm. How to failover?
Failover, you can run the command alter database name set partner failover.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If you want to disable mirroring,
you can just go to database, right click, mirroring options, deselect the mirroring database option.
just I want to disable.
Okay, so go to
I want to disable I want to disable mirroring. That's
okay, so just go to database properties mirroring there and select the option.
Okay. Query. Any query is there?
Alter database name, set mirroring disable.
Set mirroring disable. Is there something command like that?
Passed is there. I'm not sure, but generally we are doing through GA.
Okay, no issues. Okay. Regarding clustering. Okay. What is the basic difference between SQL Server installation for SQL Server 2000 and 2008? If you are installing SQL Server on cluster for SQL Server 2000 and 2008, any major differences did you observe?
There we are installing in two nodes. Okay, so if you install in node 1, you automatically install the binaries in node 2 also. Okay, so it will automatically install the binaries in two nodes. Okay, there in 2000. Okay, but 2008 we have to separately manually install the binaries in both the nodes.